Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Half a Nice Day podcast with your host, Joshua.
And Janine.
And before we begin, just a very, very warm Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone.
May this year bring you lots of joy, prosperity, love, whatever, all those good stuff.
Laughter.
All the good stuff.
From us.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Everything.
We hope that you had a good New Year's Eve celebration with your loved ones.
Yeah, and if you were at Burj Khalifa, let us know how that was.
I think there were less people now because I don't know if you saw the picture, they marked squares next to each other
on the floor,
for social distance.
I wonder how it worked though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure still 1 billion people went.
You know what? Tita Tin went.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we'll ask her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ate Tin. Tita Tin.
From Hello Mamster Show.
Okay? You done? You're done? We're done giving all the shout outs we needed to do. But this episode is a really cool episode. We're just going to wrap up our 2020, our personal preferences on what we actually enjoyed.
Yeah. I don't know why you guys would be interested with that topic, but maybe it's some of them we've also enjoyed during the year of 2020. It's weird, the year of 2020, because we're not in it anymore.
It was the year of the rat, by the way.
Yeah. And now it's the year of the ox.
No, it's the year of the goat, ata.
The greatest of all time.
Michael Jackson.
Well, he's also a goat, to be honest.
Yeah, in the musical world.
Yeah.
But this is, I think maybe it's a way for us just to be more relatable because our surveys show that 1 in 4 people cannot relate to our podcast.
Where did you get that stats from?
I made it up. As how I did with all my papers in school. All the facts, it was cited by Joshua.
Oh my gosh. But all of the other facts that we have here and that we've actually said in the previous episodes, those are true, guys.
No, those are all improv facts.
Because those are researched by me. So anything that comes out of my mouth, you can trust.
Yeah, it's legit. It's legit.
I can't say otherwise, though.
Yeah. For me, I just make up as I go to make me seem smarter. 1 in 4 people.
10.5%.
The Earth has 90 billion people as we speak.
What are you talking about?
Overpopulation is a real problem, guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go through. Trying to look for my phone because that's where I put all of the answers. And I don't know where it is. It was weird. It was here. You stole it.
No, I did not.
You stole it to... There it is. See? You stole it. To
sabotage. I am a sofa now. Yeah. It's in the cracks of the sofa and I stole it.
Because you kept on moving and it fell. So it's still your fault.
Yeah, but you can't arrest me for something like that.
Shall we go ahead?
We shall. So our first one is our favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
And a lot of good movies were actually released. Some of them have been actually postponed till next year.
Mm-hmm.
But a movie that I really enjoyed was actually 2 movies.
What?
So one that was actually released, I think it was released this year, was it Parasite?
That was mine as well.
Okay, but I'm not going to talk about Parasite, but I really enjoyed it thoroughly.
It was released in 2019, actually.
Okay.
But we watched it together in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just leave that to you. But the movie that I absolutely loved was Inglourious Bastards.
Which I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna put a beep. I don't know what Bastards is, if it's not okay for everyone to hear, but
is it a bad word?
No, it just means one without a father.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, because
I don't know, but people have used it to insult people these days, I guess. Yes, but the movie, okay, which was set in Nazi Germany and the Second World War, I think, was about a group of Jews who tried to take over the Nazi regime, throw Adolf Hitler away from his throne, his iron throne, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the amazing thing is, of course, it was directed by Quentin Tarantino, so that's also a big bonus. But there's multiple storylines that also go on throughout the movie, but everything is somehow interconnected as well. And has everything. It has a mixture of comedy, really dope violence, of course, what you expect from Quentin Tarantino, but amazing storyline. And I was always really fascinated about history and World War One and Two.
Yeah.
And this is just a group of Jews who decided to take matters into their own hands and really give Hitler what he deserved, and all his alliances and all his.
Is there an action to it as well?
So much action.
Okay.
Yeah, that's mainly the main reason also why I wanted a baseball bat. I mean, I already have a baseball bat, but I'm just thinking that's such a cool weapon, guys. It really goes unnoticed.
Wait, so they used a baseball bat in this movie?
Yeah, there was a character there. I think he was called the Bear Jew.
Okay.
And his weapon of choice was a baseball bat. And he actually showed like him smashing people's skulls, and which is really morbid for some people, I know.
Okay.
But it was really dope.
Okay.
Like, yeah, of course, when you're out of guns and ammunition and stuff, you just...
You use a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And that's why you own one.
Yes.
You got inspired by this
In
movie.
case there is a World War III, and I'll be ready.
To smash people's
I'm already
skulls.
hairy, so I'm already a bear as it is, so I'll just be like the Christian bear.
What? Yeah, true.
No, but yeah, it's an overall really good movie. I remember watching it a few years ago, but during lockdown this year, that's when I decided to revisit it. Since they're on Netflix, so anyone who actually wants to...
Oh, so it's on Netflix?
It is on Netflix,
Okay, so I'm
yeah.
going to watch it. Okay.
For sure, you have to.
Okay.
But it is something I really, really enjoyed during lockdown, and there's a part of me, you know, when you enjoy something really well and like it's coming to an end, I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do now? I had that moment, like, should I pause it now and just watch it again in the future, like the last half of it? But I'm like, no, let me just get it over and done with. And it really delivered, and I'm really glad that movies like this are out. Yeah.
Okay, it's rated really high by Joshua, so
11 out of 10.
Wow.
And
okay.
3 in 4 people say that is their favorite movie in all time.
Really?
No, I made it up.
I shouldn't have fallen for that.
Janine, first of all, makes fun
so
of me for
comfortable.
making my own statistics, and when I do it, she's like, "Oh wow, amazing!"
I'm so gullible.
You know, it's 75% of the
Really?
world's population, of the 90 billion people.
Gosh.
Get a grip.
Stop saying wrong stats, okay? People are watching this and be like, there are 90 billion people.
Yeah,
How many people are there on Earth?
7.3 billion people.
Yo, you know your stats.
I know my world
Is
population.
it 7.3 or higher? I guess it's higher. We're almost 8. No? Am I making stuff up? Maybe.
Well, your first like clue should be me answering that so fast.
I know, right? Because when you said 7.3, I was like, is that real?
Of the world, let me see how close I am. 7.5.
See, I told you. A little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
It says 2018. So even more.
Oh, 7.7 now.
See? We're closer to
Yeah.
the 8.
Cool. So, like,
8 billion mark.
awesome.
Okay, you've spoken a lot about one movie, so it's my turn to say what mine is.
You're excited. Okay. Was it Parasite?
No, so I have Parasite as well, just because as an Asian woman, I'm so proud that this movie won the Academy Award.
First time a foreign movie won.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's so amazing. It's such a great feat that the Asian community, celebrate. So I wanted to put that as a special mention.
Very good.
And my best movie, which I've seen a couple of months ago, and it was also released in 2020. It's a Netflix original film. It's Enola Holmes.
Oh, the Sherlock Holmes daughter.
No,
Something.
sister.
Sister, yeah.
So she is Sherlock Holmes' sister. It is based off of a book that was written, I think, by Nancy something. I don't know.
Nancy Drew?
And it's such a nice story. It's quite light, but what I like about it is women empowerment, y'all. For such a young woman to go out on her own. I'm not going to spoil a lot of, what's in the movie, but it was really well made. Really good actors and actresses in the movie. And the storyline was just really good.
The actor is from Stranger Things, right? That girl?
Yeah, the
Drake's
girl from
girlfriend?
Drake's girlfriend?
Yeah, he was trying hit on her or something like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Drake, like the rapper?
No, Drake the
No, wait.
bathroom mug.
Drake the rapper was
Yeah.
trying to hit on her?
Yeah.
She's like 11 years old.
Me Too, right? It's another Me Too.
No, is that real?
Yeah, he talks to her every day. I don't know if as like
What are you
as an older
saying?
brother kind of role or like I love you.
That is weird.
That's very weird, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
She's very young.
Super young.
And he's like, what, 40?
I think he's like 44.
Yeah. He still looks like he's not 44, but that's not okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's past 18. She's probably past 18. You know, she has her own skincare line, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. So good. She has her own skincare line.
Okay, then that is really...
Florence by Mills, something like that.
Yeah, what's her name? Millie?
Millie, Bobby, something?
Bobby Millie Lee.
Something like that. I don't know if we're making stuff up. Millie something. She's really good.
Yeah,
and then her mom is... What is that girl's name? Bellatrix Lestrange.
What?
From Harry Potter. The wife of
You're acting like I know.
who's this guy who does really good movies of animated things, but gory
Pixar.
animated things? No.
Oh, Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
His wife.
Huh.
Huh.
Tim Burton's daughter is Millie Brown.
What are you saying? Okay. Tim Burton.
Sorry, guys. Our favorites, we don't know anything about it.
Tim Burton's wife. I know her by her name. By her name in Harry Potter.
The bride of something, it's called.
Yeah. Tim Burton's wife. Lena Gisicki. No, sorry, that's a different wife. Helena Bonham Carter.
Sorry, guys, these guys have a lot of wives.
That was his
it's hard to keep
wife
track.
until 1991. Helena Bonham Carter that's her.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, they broke up in 2014. Anyway, ex-wife.
This is
there
the
you
problem
go.
with Hollywood,
I
man.
know.
900
But
wives.
she is such an amazing actress. Like, she's one of my favorites. Ever since Harry Potter, she is amazing at what she does. And she plays the role of the mother in the movie.
Harry Potter's mom?
No! In the... Now I forgot my favorite.
Why are you
Enola
crying?
Holmes. Enola Holmes' movie.
Okay.
So it was really good. And then, what's Superman? What's his name?
Clark Kent.
Not Clark Kent.
There's some 900 Supermans.
What is his name? He played...
Christopher Reeves.
No. He the latest one.
The hairy chest guy. What's his name?
Millie Bobby Brown. That's her name.
Yeah.
Oh, she's actually a producer. Whoa.
Okay, Janine's...
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, what happened? They're dating?
No, he is Sherlock Holmes in the movie.
Oh, yeah, that I remember.
And then Sam Claflin is Mycroft Holmes, which is the older brother.
He's the king of the nerds now, you know?
Is he?
Henry Cavill? Yeah, he's in The Witcher. He's in...
Oh, yeah, he has The Witcher.
He's Superman. He's Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, actually, that's really good.
Yeah, everyone's like saluting to him. And he has his own gaming setup. I think he twitches. I think he does everything, yeah.
Like twitches? Like dance?
No, he has epilepsy. Of course, he twitches on live TV. No, live streaming. That's the term.
Wow. Yeah, and he's really hot.
Yeah, he is actually very hot.
He's very hot.
man.
Okay, next. Best TV series.
Most hottest guy.
Henry Cavill.
Best TV show is You for me.
Oh.
No, like you. Watching you go about your day-to-day activities.
Such a creepster.
Like, no, but...
now I know why I like You as a series. You're just like... Oh, shoot.
No, so I really like You. Not You, the show. It actually came out in 2018. The second season came out the last week of 2019. And I only watched it in 2020. And I barely binge watch shows. I try to stay as much as I can away from
the season 2,
Netflix
right?
and everything. Yeah, but then not Netflix, but watching TV. I rather try to use that time into doing something more productive.
Reading books or something.
But this show is something I binged watch like crazy.
I watched the first season. It's quite morbid.
So that's the thing I love about it. It's very morbid. It shows the side of a stalker's mind, and the best part is the narration. Yeah, like the way it's shot. It's like, okay, just they zoom into Joe's face. I forgot what's his name. What's his name? He's in Gossip Girl. Penn Badgley.
Yeah. So
his character there is Joe, and they just zoom into his face, and he's just making like facial expressions, but there's a narration going on. And
Oh
that's the best part
yeah,
about
you're
it. Like,
right.
it shows the thought of a guy who just wants to find love.
Yeah.
It's impossible for him, so he's taking matters into his own hands by stalking them, unfortunately. But the way he does it, where it seems like everything's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, the reason I was in this place at this time is because I've been stalking you, and I know your patterns, and I know where you're gonna be on a particular day and time.
So creepy.
Which is so creepy, but the way that it shows a stalker is that he's innocent. He just wants to find love. It shows that he has mommy issues, which is why he's been craving for this attention growing up.
Yeah, but parental issues is not an excuse
No, but
to become a serial killer.
Most serial killers actually
You're right. Yeah.
do stem from
Yeah.
broken homes and broken families,
like
and
past issues and
that's the reason why
family
they.
issues and stuff.
Apparently, there's a rule in psychology where it says that most of the things that happen to us growing up, or our characteristics and everything, is from our parents, the way they treated us at a certain point of life,
yeah,
and
how
everything.
we're raised by our parents as well. Yeah.
Exactly. So overall, if you guys haven't seen it, this is my personal recommendation, but You is a show to watch because it is quite heavy. You cannot just watch one episode and leave it at that, like what Janine did apparently, but it's something you have to watch continuous and really get into the flow. And I really can't wait for season 3.
Is it coming out?
Yeah.
You know what I don't understand with this, what is it called? A TV show, with this TV show. He is a good looking guy. Okay? How come you're not able to find a girlfriend or love or whatever? It's not like he's difficult to,
that's the reality of the world. See, looks will only get you the first date. But then everything after that will,
so
will
then that
obviously take
means
time.
his personality is messed up.
No, he was really good as a boyfriend though. Whenever it was the lovey-dovey scenes, I'm like, this guy is nice. Like he really knows how to treat a woman without stabbing them, of course.
Yeah.
But then,
at one point I was actually rooting for him. You know?
That's the thing. I was rooting for him the whole time,
which is so weird because this guy is a bad guy in essence, And the TV show is so well written.
So well. It's based on a book as well.
On your heartstrings. At one point, you're rooting for this stalker. And you want him to succeed.
That's the thing. They show a stalker in the light that he's actually a normal person. But obviously, he made messed up decisions. And it's really taken a toll on him.
Yeah.
And then it's coming back to him in a way. Like, because it shows like a series of unfortunate events. Really like, because in season 1, if you watch, he peed in a cup, but they never actually showed what happened to that.
Oh yeah,
because it was in the girl's house, which he murdered as well.
Yes.
So it's like small stupid decisions that has led him to this point.
That's true.
And it just shows him like exactly like he's a stalker. He's dangerous. What we describe as dangerous, but at the same time we're rooting for him. Like I hope he finds love. I hope he get what he really wanted as a child.
Not deserves because
not deserves. I was gonna say deserves, but then what he
but then
wanted
you're
actually.
Whatever you said.
Yeah. But like what you said, it's even if he's a good looking guy, it doesn't always work like that. The world isn't that all that fairies and butterflies and everything. If you go on Tinder and Bumble and everything, you see half the girls are really attractive.
Yeah.
Why are they there?
Why was I there?
Why were you there?
Yeah, but I didn't stalk people to get love. Did I stalk you? You'll never know. Dun dun dun.
Did you? Did you know I was gonna be at that comedy show on that particular date in 2020?
No, I was invited.
By who?
Ati Ima.
Okay.
You're like, okay.
I'll let this slide now.
Okay, fine.
Let's see.
Fine.
Do you have a crazy dungeon where you murder people?
No, I don't. That's creepy. Or is it?
Are you?
So my best TV series, well, I binge watched Friends and The Office, which are, classic.
White girl.
What, You is not a white girl TV series?
Actually, it is.
Mm-hmm. But I really, really loved this series that they just put out a couple of weeks ago, The Queen's Gambit.
Oh, man.
So good. So good. The way that it's written, the way that it's filmed, the cinematography, so good. Okay. The acting, so good.
So it's a show about chess, and it's the best show.
It's a show about chess. You who would have thought that a show about chess would be interesting? because people think that
Not me.
chess is such a boring game,
It is.
but it was actually a really good, really good TV series. I must say. I have I actually have two fun facts about it. So Heath Ledger, before he passed away, had planned a film adaptation. So it's actually based on a book. So it's a book.
So a book about chess, no one is ever going to read that. It's like the most two boring things
actually,
ever.
a lot of people, I think, read that.
Huh.
If Heath Ledger read it, then it means a lot of people read the book.
That is true.
Or a series of books, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, before he died, he wanted to do a film adaptation on the Queen's Gambit. And it has been viewed by 62 million people.
That's half of the world.
Yeah.
From 90 billion
from
to
90
31 million.
I can't with you. So the producer, Alan Scott, is on BBC News talking about how it took him 30 years with 9 rewrites. And every studio he showed it to said that no one would be interested in chess. So people are like, please persevere with that thing that you're making because good things take time.
Yeah.
So imagine 9 rewrites and every single studio he showed the plan to, no one said, it's actually a good movie or a good TV series.
Exactly.
And then Netflix picked it up and it became a hit. It's so good. So if you haven't seen it, guys, I actually binge watched it.
Oh, so you finished it?
I finished it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And it takes almost an hour for each, I think.
Oh, it's one of those 1 hour shows.
Yeah, because it's a short TV series.
Mini series.
Around 7 episodes, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was so beautifully written. Well, like actors and actresses, amazing. I have nothing else to say about it. It's just really good.
But you know what my brother said about it? He said it is overrated. But he's a guy who's super passionate about chess. He plays chess like 3 to 4 hours in a day.
Yeah.
So maybe because like obviously he knows about the whole system and the program and so maybe it's like, oh, it's overrated for me because maybe he knows chess inside out, but for the common people like us, we would be like, amazing. Yeah. And the Queen's Gambit is actually a move in chess.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the oldest moves that you can play.
My move in chess is just throwing the board when I feel like I'm losing. I'm like, oops.
Yeah, so that's what you do when you play with your brother.
No, I barely play with him, but
because he's so good.
No, because I don't want him to feel bad that he lost to an amateur.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next. Best podcast. I'll go first.
Have a Nice Day podcast. You can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
Well, besides Have a Nice Day podcast, which to me is the best podcast ever. Oh, wink, wink.
You're being biased. Okay, go.
I know. My favorite podcast, of course, is the Michelle Obama podcast. He knows. He was already mouthing them. I just love Michelle Obama, and I am so sad that she stopped it. So
but why did she stop it? Did you ever find out?
I don't know. I was trying to look over Reddit or some people. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. But she stopped it around September. No. She put out, I think, around 7-8 episodes. But then she stopped.
Maybe because she knows her fan base is people like you.
It was actually one of the top podcasts ever on Spotify.
Ever?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened. But anyway, it was one of the best.
Maybe she wanted to leave a legacy like that. Like, let me leave them at that. And then, that's her exit. And then that's when everyone's like,
yeah.
That's how like Seinfeld ended. That's how Friends ended. Like, even despite so many people wanting to have like a season 11 of Friends. But they're like no, this is how we ended. We want to end it on a high.
Yeah.
And we don't want to come back.
Yeah, but her last episode wasn't like, I'm ending it. Okay. I don't know if I finished the whole. I think I didn't listen to the last podcast episode because I feel like I don't want to listen to it because I don't want to accept that she's ended the podcast. You know,
I know that feeling. Like what I said about Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. Like, and when I ever watch a TV show, I just want to end it at some point so I know that there's still a little bit of room for me to come back and like revisit it. And
it's so good because
is it a solo podcast?
Yes, but then she interviews people. So she interviewed President Barack Obama.
I wonder how she pulled that off.
She lets you in her life. She interviewed her brother. So I read her book as well. And so from the book itself, it already brings you in her personal life a little bit. So
Okay.
it's really nice to, hear from the perspective of the other people. So like President Barack Obama, her brother, some of her really close friends. She also interviewed a couple of her interns when she was at the White House.
Oh, really?
So cool. So again, like women empowerment, like you can do whatever you want to do. And it's such a light-hearted but very informative podcast.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, if that doesn't show my love for Michelle Obama, I don't know.
Or female empowerment. I think
Or
all your
female
points for
empowerment.
female empowerment. Queen's Gambit, the star role is a female.
Just saying, Queen's Gambit, Enola Holmes, and Michelle Obama.
Okay. And mine is Best Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So mine, I have one of my favorite comedians is Bobby Lee, and he started a podcast with Andrew Santino, who I didn't know about
Of course.
in the beginning. I watched episode 1 and I wasn't impressed. And I stopped listening to it. I'm like, okay, this is not my cup of tea. I prefer, like, if it's a comedic duo on a podcast, and I prefer The King and the Sting, of course. But then when I was speaking to my one of my really good friends, Anand, shout out to Anand, he told me about, like, it gets better. Like, obviously, like, the podcast gets better, their flow gets like much more improved and everything. And then I'm like, okay, let me give it another shot. And I'm not kidding. The best decision I made this year was to continue watching Bad Friends podcast, because it delivers on every way possible. The improv, their banter.
It's actually I've seen a couple of snippets. So I've listened to the first episode, and I think another episode because I wasn't that impressed with episode number 1 as well. But our Have a Nice Day podcast Instagram is actually following their Instagram.
Yeah.
So I see a couple of snippets, and it's actually good.
So good. Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, their chemistry is something which you don't see every day. And Andrew Santino, I didn't know him in the beginning.
So is he a comedian as well?
He's a comedian as well. But he's like that angry comedian, he portrays that.
The
Like he's really,
redhead.
He's called the Red Rocket.
Oh, okay.
But his name, like Slept King is Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
He's the Red Rocket.
Okay.
And I would 100% recommend if anyone wants a really good comedic podcast. But this is something you have to watch. I wouldn't recommend listening into it like from Spotify or anything. I would recommend you sit down.
They have a YouTube channel, and then they put out their episodes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really a lot of fun. And they talk about Filipinas a lot, which I really love because their current assistant is Kalila's niece.
Rudy. Yeah.
Yeah, Rudy.
Yeah.
And she just speaks
Kalila's older sister's
daughter, right? Yeah, and she calls Tito Bobby Lee, and it's really cute. They speak about Filipinos. They spoke about that Filipino on what's that Engaged in 10 Days. What is that show?
Nonek Eddie and
the girl
and Rose.
So they got that website Cameo,
okay,
where you can get voice shout outs from these people.
Yes.
So they got Rose. And they said that they were a couple who got married, Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee, and they have a kid in Lithuania. And they gave her all these really hard words to do.
Oh no!
But they said that they really love her. They really love her, but they just wanted to get something funny for the podcast. And she came back with a video, and they played it on the show. And she's like having a really big struggle like pronouncing those words. It was really funny though, but they really did love her. Like they really do love her, and I think they wanted because I'm really back when my podcast.
Yeah.
But I really suggest everyone can give it a listen. It's really light.
Yeah.
You'll definitely laugh. And one of my top 5 podcasts ever.
Side note, like Rose is doing really well. Actually, she has so many subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
So much that she was actually able to rebuild her home.
I never watched the show. I just know about what happened in that situation with this neck guy.
Yeah. Nonek Ed. Sorry, not Eddie. Nonek Ed. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
He was mean to her. He was bad.
But it's all for the TV, to get the ratings up, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
They always need someone who's gonna play bad cop.
Spice it up.
Yeah. Especially in reality TV, that's the way they make money, and that's how they draw in people.
Yeah.
Okay, so best, like moving on, we'll go to now best song. I'm first.
Yeah, best
song. Okay,
song.
this is the best song for me, and it also showed on my Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
It's Lau's Modern Loneliness.
He had to search.
No, I didn't. I know him. He's my favorite singer. Okay, how do you pronounce his name?
How do you pronounce love? And I'm like, maybe love or love. And we actually researched it, and it's
We watch an
Lauv.
interview.
My name is Lauv.
Lauv. God.
What is he, German or something like that? European?
He's a white boy.
Oh, he's a white boy.
But I really love the song. Give it a listen. It's
What is
called
the song
Modern
again?
Loneliness.
Oh, okay.
What? You want me to demonstrate? Modern Loneliness.
No one asked you.
Encore? Modern Loneliness. You
What was the last word you said?
don't get it, man. You're not lonely.
Are you just making up words now?
Hey, 8 and 9 people really enjoyed the song, and it's on repeat in their Spotify.
Where did you get this stats?
No, but no, I'll tell you, it has a very good meaning because it talks about social media and everyone feels connected. One of the lines is modern loneliness.
Oh,
We're
now I
never
get it.
alone,
Modern
but always
loneliness.
depressed. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
got
never
it.
alone, but always depressed.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
it means you can feel alone in a room full of people. And he talks about how he checks his views on his Instagram and his stories, and he still doesn't feel content even if there's people hitting him up, people who are looking out for him, but there's still a void inside him.
That's a nice way to put it.
Give it a listen, and I would suggest if you listen to it, and if you have time, also watch the video because that's where it shows the real
music
masala
video.
of the whole song.
So Indian, the real masala. Okay, my favorite song is from, of course, Hayley Williams. So she released an album in 2020 called, an album and her own band, if I may say, if that's how it's called, Petals for Armor. So she's still in Paramore, but she did her own stint called Petals for Armor. And the song is called Why We Ever. And it's a little bit of a melancholy song, a little bit sad. She has been going through depressive episodes the past couple of years.
Why is both our songs on depression
right?
and everything?
I love fun songs, but this is it hit me in 2020. So that's my favorite song. And of course, I love Hayley Williams forever and ever. So
yeah, Janine's whole character, I think, was really inspired by Hayley Williams.
very much so. My colored hair, my love for singing.
Your rock star persona.
Do I have a rock star persona?
When I look at you, I'm like, this girl's definitely a lead singer in
maybe because of my
indie
nose
band.
ring. Maybe.
Yeah, perhaps.
Perhaps. Yeah, but I love her. I really love her. And thank you to Spotify because I had to go back to my Wrapped to check what is my number one song. And it seems like I raped the play button on the song. So this is my top one song.
It's on 3-peat.
It is.
Keep it going.
Okay. Best artist.
Hayley Williams?
No, I have someone else actually, according
Beyonce?
to Spotify. No, you first.
No, it says you first, man. Best artist, Janine
Oh, yeah,
first.
true.
I'm following the rules.
But I wrote them. Best artist for me is Anderson .Paak.
Who?
Anderson .Paak.
Isn't he a director?
No.
Wes Anderson.
That's Wes Anderson. So Anderson .Paak is an American artist, and his style is R&B mixed with blues, mixed with jazz, mixed with hip-hop. Such a unique tone. And I was looking at his profile earlier. I thought he was just pure black. He's actually part Korean.
Huh.
Maybe that's why Paak.
Maybe it's Park.
I don't know. Maybe. I haven't researched that much, but I discovered him in 2019. And in 2020, I just kept on playing all of his songs, almost his full album. It's really, really, really good. Yeah. So Anderson .Paak is my best artist for 2020.
Very cool. We have very cool music taste, I would say.
I'm that type of person who I don't stick to one genre of music.
Same.
I love going from old music from the Beatles, Janis Joplin, to new pop music with new and upcoming artists I don't know, Justin Bieber. Is he new and upcoming? I don't know. He's not new and upcoming, but
he's matured in his singing, which I really love.
I have no problem saying that I like Justin Bieber. In his song that just came out, what is it? Holy? With Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
Come on. That was really good. And the music video, guys, So good.
Yeah.
So
I've always loved Justin Bieber since he put out Baby and One Time.
no, Baby, at that time I
I've
didn't like
even
him.
seen Justin Bieber in concert.
I know,
You told, yeah. I love Justin
and
Bieber,
you
to
said
be
you
honest.
bought a t-shirt, a merch from him.
And it says, "My mama don't love you. My mama don't like you," and it says Purpose Tour in the front.
Nice.
Because I love JB.
We have a Justin Bieber fan here.
Always hardcore.
Purpose album is really good. Purpose, is it
yeah.
an album or a tour? Whatever.
It's a tour.
His music from that time was really good.
Yeah.
But Baby, no.
He's had some hitters. No, I loved Baby, especially with Ludacris dropping in a verse. You know he's gonna make
Luda.
it. Luda. GTP.
What is that?
That's how he gets into the song. You know the rappers when they have like a saying,
Yeah.
like Mr. Worldwide, and then Pitbull comes in from nowhere.
Another one.
DJ Khaled.
One.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't understand why he's called DJ Khaled because it's really Khaled, okay?
Obviously, he's in America.
Because
he's not performing in the Gulf.
He's not Arab.
Got the Arab money.
Arab money. Like, come on, it's Arab.
Iraq, Iran.
Arab and Khalid, okay?
It's also funny when Muhammad goes to Mo. They shorten themselves to Mo.
Mo. Mo, to make it like a little bit more Americanized.
Yeah. But my favorite artist, if I may say, is Soyet. He sings 41.
No.
41, 42, 43, 44.
I think it's Soytiet.
I don't know. It's Vietnamese.
Yeah. I think it's Soytiet.
Soytiet. Then it's him. He just sings the 41 song because it really helped me go back to my roots and understand numbers.
When he showed me a video of Soytiet, or however you pronounce it, my hand was just like on my face. And I'm like, what is this?
It's on her face because she's singing it below. Like,
no.
41,
But
42.
he became really famous. Like, Justin Bieber made a cover of his song.
Yeah.
Who else? Like, all of these like famous people made
a cover
of this song.
He's now doing advertisements for companies. And
look at
he just blew up. He blew up from someone in the village from Vietnam.
Yeah.
To like now an international internet sensation.
International?
I was gonna say internet and international. I don't know how to bring it together. Yeah. No, but kidding aside, he is really good. I really love him. It's All Time Low. So they're a punk pop band, and everyone knows I like my punk pop.
ATL.
Exhibit A, Green Day.
I don't know if they see, Green Day. He's wearing a Green Day shirt. American Idiot.
My favorite album of all time. But I'm not going to talk about it. I even have a tattoo of the American Idiot cover art, the heart-shaped grenade. But I knew about All Time Low, but this is the year where I actually like gave them a listen, and I realized something, that not all their songs rhyme. Like, not every line rhymes.
But that's not how all songs go.
I know, but I didn't realize it because I was so into the groove, into the lyrics, and only recently, like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I realized, you know what? None of their songs rhyme. But that's the beauty of it, you know. Like, I didn't realize at all, even if I was listening to them the whole 2020, and I'm like, wait a second.
Okay.
Is this what I think it is?
Okay.
Did I crack the case of All Time Low?
It's not a
mystery.
Difficult thing. It's not a mystery. Not all songs rhyme.
I know, but you don't think of it like that. Because I listen to hip hop as well, and everything mostly rhymes, I would say, except Eminem, who makes orange and cherry rhyme for some reason. I don't know how he does it.
Because he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed All Time Low. If you want a recommendation for a song, I would suggest listening to Dear Maria, Count Me In, and
I love that song.
And 6 Feet Under the Stars. Yeah. And All Time Low, just my skater boy persona mixes well with Janine's skater girl persona. He was a boy, she was a girl. Okay.
And the last one is our favorite moment of 2020.
Mine will be relatively simple, which I've also spoken about in the podcast, was my experience in lockdown. I know it was a very tough year for a lot of people. I know that a lot of people suffered from the coronavirus itself. Some people lost their lives, some people lost their jobs, some people lost their childhood experiences because they were locked in. Some of them lost out on school because everything was online. But but I saw the lighter side of it, because for me it was me connecting again with my family. And I barely see my siblings, because by the time I come home from a day of work, or if I'm doing something, they're all sleeping or my brother is out. And there'll be like few days where I don't even see my family. But this lockdown really, really brought us close together, and we enjoyed each other's company. We had routines where I would like cook, my sister would do something, and it was really nice in the house. And when you look at the streets and you see there's not a single car in sight, the only thing you can see is like police sirens going off whenever like someone is going out during the curfew or the lockdown,
Yeah,
or
essential
without a
workers.
permit, or example, something like that. But for me, it was like, it humbled me knowing that there's a pandemic going out, and we really don't take care of ourselves and our hygiene and our health. And this is the government's way or the world's way of showing us like, yo, you need to slow down, everyone. And the earth was healing. Earth was healing.
The hearth was healing. It was actually.
No, but I really enjoyed it, because that's where I realized I spend a lot of my time commuting to work. I spend a lot of time staying idle because every moment, every minute in the lockdown, I was really productive. I was doing my meditation. I was doing my breathing. I was doing my homework out, which I never thought I was able to do, especially because for me, I'm a guy who hates working out at home. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the bonding with my family, all these old school games, like which people take for granted, like Uno or Monopoly. We all brought it up. We Zoomed with our friends. We celebrated birthdays through Zoom.
We had more time.
Exactly. And really, for me, I know it was a really tough time for a lot of people, especially in all aspects of their lives, especially mental health. But for me, that's when I actually thrived, and I was really good with my mental health, and I was sleeping on time. I didn't have difficulty sleeping at least till towards the end.
Yeah.
That's when I did have a little bit of problem, but I was still following my daily routines. I was in bed by 11, wake up by 6, and just taking it one day at a time.
It's great.
I know some things that are out of our control, but I made it work.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of that.
Made you slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a step back and enjoy the ride. Stop and smell the roses, guys.
That's nice.
Okay, guys, that ends there. Okay, go for it.
Mine's going to be very short. So mine was, two. Personally, of course, launching this podcast with you.
Crap, I should have said that now. It was bad.
No.
Josh,
It was, I would say, a dream come true to have a platform to just talk about, things. And we were just talking about this lately. How cool is it that years from now we can go back and watch or listen to these episodes, and it, in a sense, is like a diary of what's happening in our lives, and not just our lives, like the world. What are the current, news and all that. So that in itself is like a big moment that happened in 2020, and I'm so proud that we're able to just continue and push through content every single week nonstop since we launched.
Right.
So that's
especially
amazing.
The busiest times of the year.
I know.
Christmas, New Year.
I know.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed what you said, though.
Yeah.
It made me realize that this is such a blessing to have this platform, to have this not such an expensive setup, but a setup that works for us for now.
Yeah. We're very blessed to have this in our life.
Yeah.
And second, it's more for the world. So the Black Lives Matter movement, which I think the protest started in June during lockdown.
The George Floyd's death.
Yeah, so that's what triggered it. But, before that, there were already years and years and years of oppression and a lot of things happening within the Black community that people who don't live in America don't necessarily know about, or they're not that aware about how bad things are. And, some people may say, oh, Black Lives Matter movement, that's something that you actually don't look at in a way that only Americans are affected by it. No, it's actually the whole world. Because initially when it happened, you think of Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. And I think that's the essence of the Black Lives Matter movement, is to actually bring forth things that people are not aware about. Because when that started, people started understanding that people are being oppressed. You start being grateful of, the privilege that you have, of the things that you're able to do on a day-to-day basis, like just walk around without, thinking about your safety. Will you be gunned down by, a police, or just day-to-day life that we're able to enjoy, other people are not able to. And that shed so much light to other people than, your own life, especially here in the UAE where we live in a bubble. And during lockdown, I must say, like, everyone, it went from everyone starting to or learning to bake banana bread to Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, to filling the streets with like 1 million people, especially during a pandemic. People just protesting because of one certain person. But that George Floyd death was actually the straw that broke the camel's back, because it was happening.
It was happening.
It was happening, but the final straw was that certain
Black people were angry.
Super angry.
And that was like, that's it.
There were already small things happening. People getting gunned down by police for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Just because of the color of their skin. Yeah. And this really shed a light and showed that, you know what, this is enough. Despite this pandemic, despite what's going on, despite this whole coronavirus, we're still going to go out and march.
Yeah.
And we're going to show you guys and bring people to justice.
Yeah, it was beautiful to see unity from different races, different backgrounds, and even people who did not look at it as a big thing. And I must admit, like myself, and I was looking at it from the beginning, I was just like, okay, this is a little bit too much, And I was one of those Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. And the whole situation just shed so much knowledge, and so it opened my mind even more. And it's interesting to see that the Black Lives Matter movement did not just open, the can of worms of the Black people being oppressed, but there was so much more, like, Armenia and what's happening in that country, and the femicide that was happening in Turkey. So there were a lot of other things that were being put to light.
Yeah.
And that was the beauty of it. Like, just the information and people understanding that something is happening and that we can help in in our own small ways to big ways.
Just creating awareness on social media, like the Blackout Thursday, was it, when they posted just the black picture and everything.
Yeah.
It's not a sort of competition, but everyone is like, okay, Black Lives Matter, now we can speak about this, we can speak about that, and opened up a door of what's wrong with this world, especially when everyone just has one topic to talk about, which was the COVID-19. But like, no, this is X amount of things happening in the world right now, and enough is enough. We're gonna put all these bad people behind bars and take matters into our own hands, because sometimes the only way things can get done is through yourself.
Yeah, and just sparking that conversation about the matter is a big thing. The curiosity of other people who are not aware of what's happening in the world, that's huge. So thank you to the 3 Black women who started Black Lives Matter movement, and it's still ongoing. It's not like it ended after all of the protests. There's still a lot of fights that need to be fought and a lot of things that need to be pushed through, but at least it's starting and the conversation is there.
Let's see how with Joe Biden's presidency, how he tackles this kind of stuff. So
yeah.
Lots of love to our listeners in America. We have a lot of listeners over there.
Actually, we do. It's the top 3 country of our listeners. So thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe Michelle Obama's actually listening to this.
I would be so honored if she did. I think that's it.
That's it.
We're the last one was our favorite moment, and we just wanted to tell you guys there's so much more we have in store for this year, and we're very excited.
Very excited
for 2021 and all of the ideas that we've laid down. And soon enough, we're gonna start introducing some more people into the podcast. Not as hosts, but people that we will interview. Not an extra host.
Janine's kicking me out, guys. So our surveys show that I'm...
our survey show. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching, if you're watching from YouTube. If you have anything that you'd like us to know, send us a DM through our Instagram, which is Half a Nice Day Podcast. You can send us an email at halfanicedayshow@gmail.com. We do have a handy advice Google form, which you can type away your sentiments, your questions, or anything that you would like to ask us anonymously if you want to. You can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and follow us on Spotify, or listen to us in any podcast platform. And if you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.
Somewhere here, I don't know what they do.
Somewhere down there. Yeah. Don't forget, we release episodes every single Sunday on both Spotify and all other podcasting platforms, as well as YouTube. I think that's it.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. It was a light episode, I would say, until Janine brought out a pressing subject, but it was really good. I really like this episode.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
Fun, and of course, we need to put out real information and facts.
Yeah, that's how we draw you in. Oh, I love Hayley Williams, but Black Lives Matter, guys.
There you go.
Clickbait.
So on that note, have a nice day. Okay.
That was more in sync.
That was good.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Happy 2021. We love you guys.
We love you as a friend. Like you as a friend. I messed it up. Sorry, I'm starting to like you really, guys.
Bye.
Bye.